youth leader ke this is original chairperson yethu Comrade ONDELA SOKOMANI. Kwakhona ke ndizawucela nje azazise uba ngaba ke sihleli nabani na. Siyakwamkela bhuti wami enkqubeni namhlanje.
Ndiyabulela namsifile ndiyabulisa kuwe nakubaphulaphuli benkqubo.
Kwakhona bhuti wami ndifuna nje ke siye kulaa nto bendiyibuzile ndisithi uba ngaba ke as the regional chairperson, what programs are you busy with that are beneficial for ulutsha kwakunye how can one get involved?
Yes. Enkosi kakhulu. In every ward, in every community, there are branches of the clique, and so those that are interested in joining, they can join there. Our programs, we work with all stakeholders in the metro. We engage with Buffalo City as a municipality. We also work with private entities and NGOs and as well as business and NGOs that do a lot of work, quite a lot of work within the municipality. As I was engaging before Chicago, I was saying we are currently engaging with institutions of higher learning, particularly Buffalo City College, to get collaborations with them for their skills programs that we would want to have implemented, or rather to have young people in the region benefit from. There are quite a number of skills programs that they are running
At the moment.
because at the center of what we want to attain, which is part of the embodiment of Nelson Mandela, he said, and I quote him, that through education, a child of a domestic worker can become a lawyer, and the child of a garden boy can become a doctor.
Definitely.
Now, so we have that appreciation that we ought to empower young people so as to enable them to liberate themselves and to sustain themselves. And so that's why we work with a number of stakeholders to attempt to achieve these goals, because without empowering young people, the future of these regions in the country is bleak. Without the necessary empowerment of young people, we're going to continue having and experiencing social ills that are going to render our society lawless and kill and put into demise the future of young people. So we want the images of young people to be directed. But we also understand that young people, young as they are, they need to be exposed to an environment that is conducive, productive, and constructive, which will complement their image. So that's why I was saying we are working with a number of
Stakeholders, definitely.
and NPOs and as well as government entities to get work done. As much as we are newly elected leadership collective that was elected just on the 16th of June, we understand that ingane zabantu bakuthi will not cannot wait for us to warm up. We must then hit the ground running so as to try by all means to change the picture and change the circumstances that are facing our people and young people in particular.
In that party.
People want to get involved, they can locate us, would be willing to see our numbers, those that understand and have exposure to some of our activists on the ground, they can link up with branches in their respective communities. And even those that want to collaborate with us in whatever programs, we can do that and try to really change the material conditions of Buffalo City. We can already see that there are correct strides in terms of infrastructure investment, but we need more partners to come on board to really change the socio-economic environment of the municipality so that young people are able to self-sustain and to put food on the table and to have skills and to ensure that there is a conducive environment for whatever initiatives and innovation that they might have.
I actually have to quickly mention again, and ndiyayithanda le example uyenzileyo about having to have umzali mhlambi who was a domestic worker okanye umzali who's a garden boy. Ithetha laa nto uba ngaba ke even if unabantwana abantwana bakho could actually become anything that they dream to be. You could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you could be anything ofuna ukuba yiyo. Now, just a quick one. What challenges have you faced with some of the programs that you've already had?
Well, just a week after we were elected, there was the whole disaster massacre, massacre, and we then had to roll our sleeves and get into that. But also, what we have identified out of that, which is the challenge to respond to your question, is that young people are not as involved as they ought to be in community development, in the conversations of how their respective communities ought to be developed. But also, at times, it's not because they lack interest, it's because they are also marginalized. Their voices are marginalized. Well, in some of our communities, you find that the whole discussion and conversation around how you develop the community, into yabantu abadala and certain people whom are perceived to be the ones who are politically active, under attentive. But you have young people who are not in politics. We don't have issues per se with politics, but they have their own developmental ideas that they want to pursue. And those people must be brought in. You have people who are running their own entities and who have their own startups, who just want to be given an opportunity or to be given just basic support for them to be able to run their programs and to run their business. And so we have an appreciation of that reality, that not only young people, just because we are in the institute, ought to be politically active if we are to respond to them. It's not an obligation. Of course, we encourage young people to be involved in the affairs of the country, in the political affairs of the country, because of the influence and the impact they have on our lives. However, we need government, we need private sector to deliberately make an effort of ensuring that there is more resources and there are more programs that would unlock opportunities for young people. Because our young people are not lazy, they just need a hand up.
A hand up, yes, definitely.
Handouts. Young people don't deserve handouts because that is not sustainable. But also, when we want young people in the future that is led by young people who can think for themselves without having to first
Uzawuthini ke?
because that person is the one responsible for handouts. Why young people to be capacitated and self-sustainable was the future of this country and this metro are young people. And young people, in fact, are the bearers of the immediate, are the bearers to the immediate solutions that are to the challenges that are facing. So we can't then have a situation where we have young people marginalized and in the periphery of the affairs of development in the country. And that is what we're discouraging. That's why we are continuously engaging with stakeholders, and young people from all walks of life to ensure that we unite as a generation and youth for the betterment of our own communities and society in general.
Thetha kamnandi bhuti. Just a quick one kwakhona. Kulo nyaka the theme for July being Nelson Mandela Month, ibisithi izolo uba ngaba do what you can with what you have where you are. Wena bhuti wami as an individual, what have you done or what will you be doing?
We as an organization, we have a program lined up that will be carrying out next week. It's part of our Mandela Month programs. But also there are programs of young people that have been done in a number of communities over the past weekend. However, with that being said, we want to put out a challenge and we're also challenging ourselves in the same breath that we ought to not be a country of events and calendar days. If we acknowledge the role played by Tati Mandela and his peers and all other heroes and heroines of this country, and the role that they played in the liberation of our people and bring us where we are, we must then make a sustainable commitment to ensuring that every time there is allocation of resource by government, young people must be at the center of that. Vulnerable groups, women, children, people with disabilities, and the likes. So we can't sustain events and moments of celebration. We cannot be reactive. We must be proactive and embody the values and the culture so as to rapidly develop society, but also to be true to the calling of what it means to identify within. Because as soon as man sends a Icheko on the 6th on July and then leave it there, then come back another July. We need
It needs to be ongoing, my Kubekek.
and that needs young people to be united. Because young people in the generation, when they are united, regardless of their religious beliefs and political affiliation, they are a greater voice. We are better united than otherwise. And we dare not fail ourselves by allowing ourselves to continue being divided. Or to allow any divisions to therefore come amongst us. We are faced with a situation in the country where we have ESCOM. We need young people who are in innovation, who are in technology, to come with solutions and alternatives. And also we need those young people who are involved in those sectors to come and converse with us and tell us what could be really the possible problem taking place in those spaces such as ESCOM. We have an issue of fuel and food prices that are skyrocketing. Young people must be at the center of the discussion around food security. But you can't speak about food security if you don't have access to land in order for you to be able to plant that particular food. Because for as long as you continue to purchase even the most basic of things from abroad or from elsewhere and import them, we are not going to have security and food security in particular. We have the issue of fuel.
Ngathi ke okay siphile samfumane. Siyaqhawuka ke bhuti wam ke, and we do understand that ke uComrade ONDELA SOKOMANI is actually on the road. Uphinde bukhe waqhawuka, siyayiqonda uba ngaba ke you're still on the road, hence there is a disturbance on the side esivayo kweli cala lethu. Kodwa ke kukho umbuzo okhoyo from Obuhle Sihu othi uba ngaba ke how effective is the work your organization is doing?
Well, I would believe quite very effective because it also depends on the conviction of the president and the leadership collective of the youth league in the region. It's quite committed to really challenge the status quo. The youth league that we're leading, not a youth league that is the youth league of ANC and internal party politics and preoccupation with what is happening in the ANC in terms of whatever challenges that the ANC is facing. Our youth league is a youth league that's primarily obsessed with ensuring that whatever is happening in the country, young people must not be forgotten. And young people in their needs must never be neglected.
Definitely.
And so that is the conviction that drives us. So that's why I'm saying we are open to engaging and collaborating with anyone and everyone for the benefit of young people in general. And young people, when you say in general, young people outside the political corridors, people who are not in politics, but people who just want to develop society for the benefit of society broadly, and other young people who are not politically involved. So that is the conviction that drives us.
ndiyathemba uba ngaba ke nayo obuhle sihu on the other side naye I think uvile kakuhle in terms of the question that she was asking kubaphulaphuli abasanokuthi ngalo eli xesha. Looking at time, it is exactly 47 minutes kude kubetha at the top of the hour to be exact. Gains imbesithathu seyizawubetha in the next couple of 12 minutes to be exact. On the line we are joined by a youth leader, ONDELA SOKOMANI. Kwakhona ke namhlanje we were actually in conversation with him. Not really sure bangaba ke usekhona na kodwa ke siyathemba bangaba ke sisamfumene ngalo eli xesha as he usekhona ke perfect. Ndifuna nje bhuti wam siqukumbele just quickly in terms of ubangaba ke umntu anganifumana phi on social media when they want to join and be active within their community, especially abantu abancinci ngalo eli xesha, to develop a society.
Yes, so on social media we have our own Facebook page of the Institute. Those that have Facebook will find it. It's Dr. W. Kosana, Institute. It's Institute Dr. W. Kosana Metrology. That's the Facebook page. Institute Dr. W. Kosana Metrology. We are still constructing other social media
Platforms.
Account. Yes. But I can leave my number for those that would want to get in contact with us, but I can also give you the number of the regional secretary.
Please.
So that they can get in contact with them. We are always available to attend to whatever that needs to be assisted, that the young people need to be assisted with. Be it religious, be it business, in whichever form, we are a responsive youth league and we are a youth league that are supposed to be really in touch with whatever development and challenges that are facing our neighborhood. So we are always available because abantu members of the youth league are found in King Williamstown, Gange, Gasbane, Yomecha, Konecha, and all the areas. So there's no place that we are able to be found at. But at the last point there, the parting shot on that, we further call on young people to unite. Young people must unite, but they must unite on the basis of constructive and developmental ideas, primarily for the benefit of themselves as a generation, but also society for it. We don't want to have a generation of youth that is dependent on the state or government for everything it wants to do. You can't live on handouts of government, but you must be able to challenge to create an enabling environment so that you are able to self-sustain, so that those that want to have, start their own initiatives, their own businesses, their own industries, that environment is created. But we need to then get into the correct conversations. We must understand that whatever social ills are faced with, there is no one who's going to come from anywhere who will come with the solutions to those challenges. If we don't sit down and agree on the plan and the program of ensuring that the environment is changed, but also we create a conducive space for all of us to coexist and ensure that abantu abatsha bafumane imisebenzi, abantu abatsha bafumane skills, they get educated and they continue to pursue their goals and sustain themselves and their families.
Definitely.
Just wanted to say that, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we really hope again next time you could actually join us in studio, because it would be an honor to definitely have you. Kubaphulaphuli bonke who have just joined us at this moment, we were in conversation namhlanje with the original chairperson of a certain political party. I definitely have to say thank you to everyone who joined us, as it was a telephonic interview. As much as we really wanted to have him in studio, he is currently traveling. He's a very busy man, that's one thing I know. And kwakhona ke, I definitely loved the interview in terms of how he is actually, personally, I think naike, he's actually definitely doing a great job. I definitely have to say, I'm giving it to him, as well as his team. We were talking with ONDELA. Kwakhona ke, ubuhle ke lambuzo wakhe ndaqonda uba ngabe ke uphenduliwe. Ebesithi uba ngabe ke, how effective is the work of his organization? Watsho naye uba ngabe ke kwakhona ke zikhona ke numbers as well as social media platforms that one can actually quickly contact in terms of actually wanting to be active within the community. And another point, in fact, is the mere fact that we as the youth, we need to most definitely unite, as well as to create a conducive environment that is going to be beneficial for all of us to definitely coexist. Kwakhona skills development programs that he spoke about, and of which I'll definitely be in contact with him once more again to get to know what are they doing, especially looking at time, it is exactly 53 minutes after 2 o'clock, 6.5 till we call it a day. Mandi tibe kumnandi kubanani namhlanje, masithi bani thina. Kodwa ke ngomso between the hours of 12